make sure I have anything. There we go. Pull this down just a smidge. All right, we are live, and this is James Dickey, chairman of the Republican Party of Texas. I am super glad this morning to be joined by Marian Knowlton, the Republican nominee for Texas House District 31. Marian is the Republican nominee for Texas House District 31, which encompasses Atascosa, Brooks, Duval, Jim Hogg, Kennedy, LaSalle, Live Oak, McMullen, Starr, and Willacy counties. It runs from south of San Antonio to the Rio Grande border. Marian Knowlton is widely known around the state of Texas for her engagement in politics. She became active with the local Republican Women's Group in 2008, eventually becoming the president, serving 2 terms. Her political resume in the Republican Party is extensive and includes several positions with local women's clubs, TFRW board member, the Atascosa County Republican Party chairman for 5 years, the secretary of the Texas Electoral College in 2016, and she now serves as the committee woman for the State Republican Executive Committee from Senate District 19. She's also the current chair of the Party Organization Committee on the State Republican Executive Committee for the Republican Party of Texas. She's married to Stuart Knowlton, also an activist and county commissioner in Atascosa County. They're small business owners and principals of a franchise of the United Country Real Estate Company. I am so delighted to invite my friend and longtime compatriot to join me today to discuss House District 31 and her race. Marian, let folks know, I just gave a bio, but let folks know a little bit more about how you feel your political experience has prepared you to run for office.
Well, gosh, I can't believe I did all that. Where does the time go? But I think I've been prepared by the Lord for the time is now. And I've crossed each path. I have been a county chairman. I've sat on the SREC now. And I've been involved in a lot of local elections. And most recently, Stuart and I helped Senator Peter Flores get elected in Senate District 19, which is very similar to House District 31 in that it's rural. The demographics are very similar. And so I was the Western manager for the Western 16 counties. And I learned about campaigning in rural areas. And so I think all of this has prepared me for a time as now. I know that you've traveled the district. I know that Vice Chairman Alma Jackson has traveled the district from El Paso to Brownsville, engaging the voters here, and they are us. They're conservative, they love God, they love family, and they love their country. And so now's the time to reach out to them.
That is fantastic. And that is one of the things I tell people as they reach out about, wanting to be a candidate. The first thing I say is volunteer for somebody else's race and look and see what all is involved and what it takes. And not only that, but build some relationships where you're on the giving end of the relationship where you've helped others. And boy, you clearly did that. Can you tell us I listed off the counties that are in the district. Tell us about that district and what made you run for state rep in particular.
So I didn't really pay much attention to Austin politics. I was involved mainly in local politics because we hadn't had a Republican represent us for, 139 years. And so we've had the same leadership in the state reps since 2003. And after I started to get more engaged on the state level, I started to look at it and think, well, we're really not being represented. We're quite a conservative district. The district has been evolving. It's been trending red the past 2 election cycles. Governor Abbott received almost 21,000 votes in 2018 and really didn't work that hard at it. So we knew that we were trending red, but the leadership in the district had remained the same. So the time became and as the Republican Party set forth a goal of having every incumbent Democrat challenged, it just was the right time and the right place. I'd had done my homework since 2008 on politics. I don't know everything, but I certainly know how to learn. And so that's why I decided to step up and run.
That's fantastic. And I so appreciate you doing that. One of the things I do talk to folks about is how much effort it really goes into running for an office like this, and how appreciative I am for everyone who is willing to make that sacrifice and put that effort in and put themselves and their family forward so much. And obviously you don't do it for insufficient or insignificant reasons. What issues really do you think are most important to the districts to the people of your district?
Sure. Well, and I have to tell you, I come from a civic-minded family. My mother was a Republican committee woman in the past, so my first election was, oh dear, I go back this far, was Richard Nixon. I helped my mother stuff envelopes for him. I still have one of the lapel pins that has an X on it. That might be worth something. So I've been involved in politics a long time. And my father always taught us that we were to give back to our community, become good citizens. And so that is the parental guidance that I had. And I think it's something that we want for all of our children. We want them to be contributing members of our society. And I think we've fallen down on that. And I think that that's something we have to rectify. As far as the issues that are important to District 31, property taxes, and that is statewide. We have failed to provide meaningful property tax reform to our citizens. I know it's a tough one, but there are many great minds that can work on this. We particularly need to protect our seniors. We cannot tax them out of their homesteads. If we do, one way or another, the government's going to wind up having to take care of them. And so I think that they would prefer to be in their own homes. So somehow we need to provide them relief and then start looking all the way down, because even though Texas is a good place to go, I'm a real estate broker and I see what the taxes are like for people. I listed a property yesterday for a young 40-year-old man and his family. He's paying $7,000 a year in taxes. $4,000 are going to the school district. I mean, it's not a mansion he's in. And he just says, I can't do it anymore. So these are the kinds of, we have to look at the people day to day and provide that reform. Another issue to them is border security. It is important to these people. We have, Starr County is on the border. There are, while the people believe in legal immigration, and most folks have come in through legal immigration, they understand that illegal immigration hurts everybody. And so we need to secure our border. Public corruption is another issue. Combined with border security, when an illegal migrant comes across the border, the federal government picks up the tab on that. When a deceased migrant is found, the counties must pick up the tab on that. And in Brooks County, one of our counties, there have been over 700 bodies claimed in that county. And with the recent spike in migration, it's terrible. And the counties it's a burden. So border security, and recently border patrol agents arrested a Texas police chief for abetting illegal smuggling. So these are things that people see. They live with it every day. They're unhappy about it. So these are the things that people would like to see addressed, as well as jobs and the economy. Now, even before the COVID virus hit us, when Texas had an unemployment rate of 3% and the country, 2 of our counties had unemployment rates of 10%.
Wow.
Unconscionable in the kind of booming economy that we had prior to March. So we need to look at addressing those areas. Having a conservative in office will make a big difference, I think.
Absolutely. And one of the things that I've found encouraging and reassuring and reinforcing is that throughout this, before coronavirus, it was conservative policies that produce the best economy. And after coronavirus, it is conservative responses that will lead to the best future for all. How's your campaign going?
Well, it was great. It was going great. And then March hit. So a lot of our counties are still struggling with lockdown.
Yep.
And so we have a great county chair. We've got great Republican county chairmen in 8 of our 10 counties. So we are growing. And even the Duval County, we've got Mary Wilson down there, and Starr County has Ross Barrera, and LaSalle has Carlos Romero, and Mike Miles in McMullen, and we've got David Emery in Atascosa. So there's, I don't want to miss anybody. Wolf Chapas in Willacy. So there's lots of folks that have stepped up to turn this district around. But we can't hold any big, large events at this point. So I'll be getting back on the road to introduce myself to the county judges and the county commissioners and get down there and greet some of the businesses that'll have to be on a one-on-one basis as opposed to having a rally where 1 million people might want to come.
Exactly. I can certainly relate to that. One of the things we've been doing is a lot of phone banking. And so certainly I know every campaign can use more volunteers. Certainly, if you're watching this and you'd like to help out Marian, one of the great things about doing phone banking is you could help with that from wherever you are. And so if Marian has inspired you, you'd like to help, by all means, reach out to the campaign and see about helping through phones. And then as we open back up to be able to do more live events, absolutely door knocking is the most important thing. So
Yes, it is.
by that, I mean one-on-one communications, no matter how you
Sort
do
of hard to do in our district where there's mainly large branches, but there's a few towns we can get into. But that's why the large events are nice. And I do want to give a thanks to, we have gotten good data through the governor's data team, because it's not easy when most of the races are decided in the Democrat primary in 7 of the 10 counties, it's hard to get that data. And so the governor's data team shared that with us. We're going to be able to get phone banking lists. And so if you want to help us for that effort, we can use that, and we can always use your donations. My website is www.marianfortexas.com, and I'm on Twitter, I think, and all those platforms. So I would appreciate.
Absolutely. I know you've been active on Facebook for a long time, but yeah, marianfortexas.com, MarianFor Texas.com. Go there, learn more about Marian, donate. She's got the ability to take donations online. And those are certainly ways that candidates always need help. Well, Marian, we did, as you know, the biggest candidate recruiting effort we'd done last year with that goal of making sure that we challenged every incumbent Democrat. That meant that we were going to be challenging some really entrenched Democrats. And I appreciate you doing that in South Texas, where it's so critical. Every additional candidate, every additional race increases volunteers, increases the spread of our message, increases the ability for us to relate and to spread the growth of the party. And I'm so grateful to you for doing that. And I can't wait to help get you across the finish line.
Well, I appreciate that. And I just wanted to mention one other thing, that as chairman of the party organization committee, and I've heard you promote this, we were able, through our committee, to get authorization and funding for websites for county chairman. And that was an initiative that came out of our committee. Yep. And it's going, as a county chairman, and you were gracious enough to appoint me to that position, because having been a county chairman, I knew what county chairmen need, and that's going to help their efforts in communicating with their constituents, their voters. And I'm so happy to see Terry Holcomb take that and run with it. It's going to really help our party grow.
Well, we can break some news here. The first one of those websites went live last night.
Wow.
And we are going to be announcing that out to the world because that is, and especially to our county chairs, so they can see the great work that we are doing trying to support their efforts because they really are the key point for us in our contact all over the state.
They are. And I appreciate your support of them.
Absolutely. Well, everybody go to marian4texas.com and help Marian challenge one of those longtime, very entrenched incumbent Democrats. We can do this with your help. We are going to win in November. We're going to deliver victory for President Trump. We're going to deliver all 38 Texas's electoral votes for him. And then we are going to deliver for victory all the way down the ballot from the White House to courthouses all over the state. Thank you, Marian, for all you've already done serving the party. Thank you for stepping up to run in this race, and God bless you, and God bless Texas.
Thank you, Sharon. God bless you. Bye-bye.